Throughout history, human civilization has recorded astonishing achievements, epic battles, and revolutionary discoveries. But alongside these triumphs, there remain enduring mysteries, puzzles that neither time nor science has fully solved. From ancient civilizations that vanished without explanation to cryptic artifacts that defy logic, these stories remind us of how much of our past is still shrouded in uncertainty. Today, we journey deep into the heart of history's greatest enigmas, unsolved mysteries that continue to baffle archaeologists, historians, and scientists alike. 1. The Lost City of Atlantis. In 360 BCE, the philosopher Plato wrote of a magnificent island civilization, Atlantis, a place of immense wealth, advanced knowledge, and unmatched power. According to Plato, Atlantis lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules, today's Strait of Gibraltar, and was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. For centuries, people have debated, was Atlantis a real empire or merely a parable about human hubris? Some believe it lies beneath the Mediterranean, while others suggest the Caribbean, Antarctica, or even the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. Expeditions using sonar and satellite imaging have revealed mysterious underwater structures, but none have confirmed Plato's tale. Whether Atlantis was fact or fable, its allure endures, a symbol of a lost world that might have held secrets of civilizations far more advanced than we imagine. 2. The Voynich Manuscript. Hidden away in Yale University's rare book library sits one of the most baffling texts ever discovered, the Voynich Manuscript. Written in the early 15th century in an unknown language or code, the manuscript contains over 240 pages filled with bizarre illustrations, unfamiliar plants, astrological diagrams, and naked figures bathing in strange green pools. For decades, codebreakers, including experts from World War II, have attempted to decipher its meaning. Some suggest it's a medical text, others an elaborate hoax. Modern AI analysis has hinted at possible linguistic patterns, but no translation has ever been confirmed. To this day, the Voynich manuscript remains one of history's most cryptic puzzles, a book without a key. 3. The disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization. 4,000 years ago, the Indus Valley Civilization thrived in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. Its cities, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, boasted advanced urban planning, plumbing systems, and vibrant trade networks. But around 1900 BCE, this great civilization collapsed. The mystery is why. Some theories suggest climate change dried up the Sarasvati River, crippling agriculture. Others point to invading forces or a deadly epidemic. Yet, there is no conclusive evidence. What makes the mystery deeper is the undeciphered script left behind. Unlike Mesopotamia or Egypt, the Indus script remains unreadable, keeping their culture, beliefs, and perhaps the truth of their downfall hidden forever. 4. The Bermuda Triangle. A vast area of ocean between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico has long been associated with vanishing ships and aircraft. The Bermuda Triangle. In the 20th century alone, dozens of vessels and planes mysteriously disappeared here, often without distress signals. Explanations range from magnetic anomalies to methane gas eruptions, rogue waves, and human error. Some even believe alien abductions or underwater portals are to blame. Though the U.S. Coast Guard insists the region is no more dangerous than any other part of the ocean, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle persists, fueling countless books, films, and conspiracy theories. 5. The Nazca Lines. In the deserts of southern Peru lie massive geoglyphs etched into the earth, known as the Nazca Lines. Created over 1,500 years ago, they depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes so large they can only be fully appreciated from the sky. Why were they made? Some archaeologists believe they were ritual pathways for water or offerings to the gods. Others suggest they were astronomical markers or even landing strips for extraterrestrials. Despite decades of research, their true purpose remains one of archaeology's greatest riddles, a silent message written across the sands of time. 6. The fate of the Mayan civilization. The Maya civilization dominated Central America for centuries, building grand cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza. But by the 9th century CE, Many of these cities were abandoned. Theories abound: prolonged drought, deforestation, warfare, or political collapse. Yet none fully explain why such a powerful and widespread culture fell so suddenly. Though millions of descendants of the Maya live today, the mystery of their ancient empire's collapse still fascinates historians, reminding us how fragile even the mightiest civilizations can be. 7. The mystery of Stonehenge. Rising from the plains of Wiltshire, England, Stonehenge is one of the world's most iconic prehistoric monuments. Built over 4,000 years ago, its massive stones were transported from quarries miles away, some from as far as Wales. But why was it built? Some see it as an astronomical calendar, aligned with solstices and equinoxes. Others view it as a sacred burial site or a place of healing. Despite decades of archaeological study, the exact purpose of Stonehenge remains an unsolved enigma, its silent stones guarding their ancient secrets. 8. The Easter Island Moai. On Easter Island, thousands of miles from the nearest continent, nearly 1,000 colossal statues known as moai stand watch over the land. Carved between the 13th and 16th centuries, they weigh up to 80 tons. How were they moved? Some believe the islanders used wooden rollers or ropes to walk the statues into place. But why were they created in the first place? Were they ancestors watching over their descendants, or symbols of power and prestige? The mystery deepens with the collapse of the Rapa Nui society, often linked to resource depletion. Yet the full story of the Moai and the people who built them remains incomplete. 9. The Tunguskar event. In 1908, a massive explosion flattened over 800 square miles of Siberian forest near the Tunguska River. The blast was 1,000 times stronger than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, yet no impact crater was found. The leading theory is a comet or meteor exploded mid-air, releasing devastating energy. But some suggest more exotic explanations: alien spacecraft, black holes, even secret weapons. Over a century later, the Tunguska event remains one of the most powerful unexplained explosions in recorded history. 10. The mystery of Jack the Ripper. In 1888, terror gripped London's East End as a serial killer known as Jack the Ripper murdered at least 5 women. The killings were brutal, precise, and taunting. Despite dozens of suspects, from local butchers to aristocrats, Jack the Ripper was never caught. Theories have named doctors, artists, and even members of the royal family. Modern DNA testing has hinted at possible culprits, but no definitive proof has emerged. To this day, Jack the Ripper remains the most infamous unidentified criminal in history. 11. The Great Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built over 4,500 years ago, is the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. But how it was constructed remains debated. Theories suggest massive ramps, counterweights, or even lost technologies. The alignment of the pyramids with celestial bodies has sparked speculation about astronomical or mystical significance. Though much has been learned about ancient Egypt, the true methods behind these monumental structures remain one of history's most enduring puzzles. 12. The mystery of the Copper Scroll. Among the famous Dead Sea Scrolls lies one unlike the rest, the Copper Scroll. Unlike parchment or papyrus, it was engraved on metal. Its contents? A list of 64 hidden treasure locations, gold, silver, and artifacts supposedly buried across ancient Judea. But no treasure has ever been found. Was it a coded map to a real hoard, or a symbolic text never meant to be taken literally? The Copper Scroll remains one of archaeology's most tantalizing riddles, promising riches that may never be discovered. From lost civilizations to cryptic codes, from unexplained events to relics of faith, these mysteries remind us that history is not a closed book. Every new discovery deepens our understanding, but also raises new questions. Perhaps one day, with advancing science and exploration, we may uncover the truths behind these enigmas. Or perhaps they are meant to remain unsolved, permanent reminders of the vast unknown that still surrounds us. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes history so endlessly fascinating. Enjoyed the video? Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly history stories. Share it with a friend, drop your thoughts in the comments and stay with us. Our next video is waiting for you. Thanks for watching.